What movie could have been over in 10 minutes if the main character wasn't such a fool? The Visit. Kids are going to visit their grandparents. Mom says, "I don't want you to go, but if you feel like you really want to go, I'll drive you to their house." Mom says, "Hey, y'all ain't my parents. I'm calling the police." The end. The Ring. Girl 1, "Hey, do you want to watch the tape that kills you in 7 days?" Girl 2, "No thanks. No thanks. Let's watch the tape that kills you in 3 days instead. I heard it's much better." Not a movie, but 13 Reasons Why. The fucking kid just couldn't listen to the damn tapes. It's literally the first thing she tells him. It's what everyone repeats to him a million times. He runs around asking people shit instead of listening to the tapes. Imperial Officer 1. There goes another one. Imperial Officer 2. Hold your fire, there's no life forms. Imperial Officer 1. Dude, we're looking for an inanimate set of plans in a galaxy full of sentient robots. Imperial Officer 2. Oh, right. Written and directed by George Lucas. Jurassic Park if Hammond actually spared no expense. Hammond spared no expense. 15 minutes later. I told you how many times we needed locking mechanisms on vehicle doors? How the fuck do you have a T-Rex but not locks on the car doors? Not a movie, but Breaking Bad would have worked out much better for Walt if he had just swallowed his pride and allowed his old friend to pay for his cancer treatment. I know, right? My rich friend will pay for everything, and all I have to do is play Candy Crush and eat Pop-Tarts. But you know what? I'm gonna make drugs and kill people instead. Literally not picking Anakin to be Padme bodyguard when the sexual tension between them is thicker than Jabba, or just buying his mother out of slavery. He's supposed to be detached from her. Would sure be easier if he knew she was safe. Reservoir Dogs. I don't know, Joe, this heist seems kinda risky and dangerous. Yeah, I'm not actually sure everyone in this crew is on the up and up. It's off. Over the Hedge. RJ decided to be a dum-dum and steal all of the bear's food. Like, what did he think would happen even if he didn't accidentally wake him up? The bear would still have woken up a week later and probably would have known it was RJ. Although, I suppose if RJ never stole the food, he would still be a con man and the forest animals likely would have starved to death that year. So, Aladdin. If Jafar would have just paid Aladdin what he promised him instead of betraying him at the cave, he would have had the lamp and become king and be mighty powerful. Aladdin just wanted his money in return for the lamp. For real, it's not like Aladdin would have been able to do anything about Jafar using the lamp. No Country for Old Men. Never go back to the scene of the crime. Also, if you find a duffel bag full of cash and decide to keep it, check it for tracking devices. Star Wars Episode 1. Not exactly 10 minutes, but Padme could have bought Anakin's mom, and he would have probably never turned to the dark side. Republic credits may not be worth much on Tatooine, but I'm sure one of her jewel-encrusted headdresses is. Or just asking Anakin how he was doing and if he wanted to talk. But the story of the prequels is essentially the old Jedi were stupid and kinda deserved it. If Mr. and Mrs. Bueller were anything like my parents, the movie would have been called Ferris Bueller's Day at School. If they were anything like my parents, they would have called my bluff, taken me to the doctor's office, and found out, to my own surprise as well, that I had bronchitis. Pretty much anything on the Hallmark Channel. Wait, let me explain. Batman Begins. The Waynes shouldn't have left through the side exit of the theater. Just call Alfred and wait out front. Just hire a driver to pick you up at the entrance like every other elite rich person. John Wick. If Theon had just killed John, considering they fucked him up pretty bad, not only would we not have gotten 3 movies, but Theon would be known as the person who killed Baba Yaga. Being the son of a crime lord and worldwide recognition for killing the most famous assassin on the planet would make the Tarasov family untouchable. Star Wars Episode 1. After discovering that Anakin could be very powerful with the Force, but had a lot of fear and attachment issues over his mother, the Council sends Obi-Wan back to Tatooine to buy his mother out of slavery and relocate her to Coruscant in a safe neighborhood. Anakin now knows that even without him in the picture, his mother will live a safe and happy life and can detach from her much easier than leaving her alone on a savage world. And even if he's not able to fully detach from her, he never has the impetus to slaughter the Sand People and kickstart his descent to the dark side. It's not a sure plan,
but certainly one that would produce a version of Anakin who ends up resenting the Jedi just a little less. Maybe even enough to no slaughter younglings in the future. Emperor's New Groove. Yzma originally says that she could just turn him into a flea, put that flea in a box, put that box into another box, and eventually send it to herself so she could smash it with a hammer. Then she says to save on postage, she'll just use poison, which ends up not being poison. Even if she went with the original plan, he'd be a flea and, for all intents and purposes, out of the picture pretty instantly. Yzma fucked herself trying to save like a quarter. School of Rock. Mrs. Mullins. Can I see your ID, Mr. Sheebly? Dewey. Sorry, I don't have it. Mrs. Mullins. Sorry, you won't be able to teach the kids unless you have proof you're a teacher or who you are. Credits. Hey man, she's under a lot of stress. You have no idea how angry these parents get. She wasn't always like this, you know. Inside Out. In the scene where Sadness and Joy meet the two workers in the long term, they send the gum commercial memory through the wall, the little flap that opens if you push a memory through it, and up to headquarters. I don't know why they didn't think of sending the core memories through that instead. Frozen. The parents completely isolated Elsa from the world, leaving her with insecurity and anxiety. They also seemingly neglected Anna because her behavior was never in check, which is why she continuously butted her way into Elsa's space when she clearly needed some time alone to clear her head. Maybe if the two actually talked, instead of Anna's near assault on Elsa, something could have been worked out that didn't include running away and getting hypothermia in a semi-frozen river. Sleeping Beauty. Honey, we should invite Maleficent to our daughter's christening. I know she's the mistress of all evil, but it would probably end up worse for us if we don't invite her. And then Maleficent insisted on one-upping the good fairies by giving Aurora the best gift